Peace, peace. What's going on? We're on the Sample Challenge Reviews after show 175. Yeah. And we got some people in here. A lot of people, like I said, it's hard. Like, we're just going to do this after the show. And whoever's able to get in, whoever's able to get out. That's why I say when I do the show, stick around. And I know that there's a couple brothers in here that's in a whole different time limit. You know what I mean? I know a brother is about to go. One of the brothers got to go to sleep soon. So, yeah, let's just, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to go to last week's winner. And last week's winner wasn't able to say where he's from and what he uses to make, all the stuff. And he's here this week to pick his winners this week. But this is also his, you know what I mean? Okay, here comes Michael Meehan. And there's also his, you know what I mean, his pick for last week. I mean, congratulations on 174.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, man.
And
before
we go with your top 7. Where are you from?
I'm from Peoria, Illinois. It's a couple hours south of Chicago.
Oh, okay. So you're not too far from program. Okay. So how long you been making beats for?
Probably since 99 or 2000, maybe.
I mean, you could tell you got some heat, man. I'd be like, it's crazy. Like when we have you guys in the show, and I know you guys all know by watching the show, and you have no idea what a person looks like or how they just bugs you. I like, damn, okay. You never know. I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't judge a book by its cover. I'm just saying, you don't know, and you don't know where they're from. You're like, oh shit, you're from there. You know what I'm saying? And
I kind of thought you was black.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good. A lot of people think that.
What do you use to make beats?
Mostly right now, just Fruity Loops. I have a couple desktop computers I got set up to run some plugins, kind of offset. I'm really low budget over here.
You fucking making some heat, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I've got an old Studio Logic 88 key, hammer keyboard, just to control the MIDIs. That's about it, really.
Nice. Congratulations, man. Happy you've been sticking with us too, man. How did you?
It's a blast, dude. I love it.
How did you find out about it?
I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, someone invited me to join the group. Never really paid a whole lot of attention to the sample challenges. I always just kind of, when people will post beats and stuff, I check it out. But I tuned into a sample challenge maybe a couple weeks in a row. I was like, man, I should, make a beat. Plus, I mean, I don't have to go digging for my own samples. That's, that's love.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the main thing, man. You keep me creative. That's what it is.
All right. So saying that, who was sample challenge winner number 7?
The number 7, I had Antonio D. Adams, man. He's I mean, anytime I hear his beats, I'm like, how can he not get in the winner's circle? You can hear there's a quality in his, you can tell it's so crispy. Matter of fact, I think he was the most creative with the samples out of everyone, because I would have never thought to use them like that. I mean, the sound, it always sounds good, dude. I mean, the beat could not be good, and the way it sounds would just put it, it would put you in there every time. There's no denying. It's undeniable.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that a lot.
No problem.
Salute. And we had, of course, Theziz in here before. Theziz Antonio, you know what I'm saying? And
a winner.
And yeah, man. Yo, I appreciate, because you be hopping in, he'd be hopping out and then coming back, and he's back in the winner circle again. He'd be hopping.
It wasn't a long stint this time.
Yeah, Rocco, right? It wasn't a long stint this time, man. I actually had to get on myself. I said, yo, Tony, you gotta stay with it, man. But I think it's kind of fair, It's good to see other faces in this joint, man. I love it though.
Right.
Yeah, because you'll get to know each other, and then y'all add each other as friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you make beats?
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And why do you do it? To build relationships. You know what I'm saying? To get
that's right.
And I'm sure y'all built relationships just from it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
Then it may become bigger business after this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never know.
Just building up your catalog.
And who was number 6?
I had Marcus Manderson at 6.
I was hoping to get him in here. He told me he's doing some family thing. Maybe he might pop in and then we'll talk to him. If we ever had him on an after show, I don't believe we might have had him like in a call.
Yo, you know the Fingaz be at church and shit on Sunday.
Hell yeah. So
why? See how I swear and say shit in church in the
same. But why did you pick Marcus Manderson as
it has a lot to do with his instrumentation. It's obvious he can play the piano.
Yeah, man.
But
Beautiful.
But that wasn't the main reason. The main reason, he came with like an island vibe, and I just wasn't expecting to hear that. And I heard it a couple times, you know, today, but I think he executed it the best.
All right. And number 5.
Oh, number 5, NERI.
NERI, my brother NERI. NERI go back with us too, like from the beginning and shit. You know what I'm saying? Merrick, I guess Merrick. I believe he's from France. Am I right, Ill Eyez? I believe.
I'm not quite sure.
But that's my. I mean, I be see him, and there's another brother that's like around his era time. I know syXon probably remembers too. Is Fabric Beats. Remember Fabric Beats? With his time and Doc Brew and Romaine, and I don't remember what Romaine's producer name was, but they were all the same. But what was the reason why you picked his beat?
It had a different feel from everybody else's. It was a little more upbeat. It was mellow, but not in the way that the sample was mellow. He did something completely different with that sample that you just wouldn't expect.
All right.
I think the uniqueness put him up there for me.
So we're gonna go to number. We couldn't make it because I can't get a hold of him. Number 4.
Oh, number 4, Restless M.I.N.D.
Nice.
Shout out to Restless M.I.N.D. He been getting in these circles, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't get a hold of him either. You know, I mean, I know him and NERI is like syXon. Their time is the whole late time right now. You know what I'm saying? But was the reason why you picked Yannick? I really liked his beat too.
Yeah,
His was the simplicity of it. The sampling was perfect. The way he incorporated the sample and the drums. If I still MC'd, his beat would be the one I'd pick to rap over for sure.
Nice.
All right. Shout out to Restless M.I.N.D. So who is number 3?
Number 3, syXon, man.
And syXon is in the building. I finally get to see my brother, man. He's been with us for a very long time, and he's checked me a couple of times when I've been.
I'm actually from the beginning.
Upset. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You checked me a couple of times when I've been being upset. Yo, relax, relax. We don't need to be upset. I'm like, all right, I listen to him. And syXon, man, now it's your boy, man. I mean, what's up, man? Let the people know, yo, where's syXonBeatz from?
Yeah, tell us.
Well, originally, I'm from Poland, but I'm living in UK. Like 12 years, 13 years, something like this. I'm not doing long. Like my journey with the beats is just 5 years.
Oh, nice. And how long you been making beats for?
Sorry?
How long you been making beats for?
5 years.
Damn, for real?
Nice, man.
I would think more than that. Damn. And what do you use to make beats?
I'm using MPC Studio and Machine.
All day.
Nice.
All day.
I see your styles be changing. Like I don't know what I'm gonna hear when I hear syXon. I don't know because your style's never the same. You know what I mean? It's like
I'm not trying to stick to the one style. You know, I'm just trying to experiment with everything.
Be all the styles.
Yeah.
So what was the reason why you picked syXon?
You know, lo-fi's kind of off the map for me. I like the New York sound, the real grimy. I mean, that's probably where I get my name from, my sample choices. I pick a lot of stuff from that era, you know. Lo-fi's a little off the map, but I've been listening to it a lot, and the way he executed it was top notch to me. I mean, I can't think of a better lo-fi beat I've heard, to be honest.
I don't think he makes lo-fi all the time. That's not
right.
That's don't have a style, right?
That's crazy to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, syXon, man. I'm happy you stick with us too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've been since Sample Challenge 1?
Yeah, I was watching like since Sample 1. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Challenge 1, and then I think I started in 14. Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't good much, you know.
No, but you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is how it works. You know what I mean? And I like when the circle of tops ain't the same all the time. I like that because it's the winners actually just listening to the producers. You know what I mean? They're not like, okay, I already know his beat's gonna be good and his beat's gonna be good, so I'm gonna put him in the top. You know what I mean? I like, because everybody's dope, and it could be a one day when that other top 5 person producer wasn't doing what we did, and there's one person that nobody's hearing about, boom, hits you with something. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Like, boom, that's what I like.
I listen to
that's
everyone's
just like
beats.
my crazy ratings, like, just because, I mean, you might look at me and you want that rating from me, but my rating really doesn't mean anything, because the winner from the previous week could pick a number 5 from what I said was a number 5, and you could be the winner. You know what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm
Right.
saying. So
It's
really
all
Yeah.
the listener.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
All right, so let's go to number 2. Who's number 2?
Number 2, I got Jay Florio. I
Yep.
mean,
The Beat Crook.
I think it has a lot to do with what I like personally. I hear Fat Joe rapping on it like instantly. I'm not even I'm not even that big of a Fat Joe fan, but it reminded me of something I heard Fat Joe on, and that's just the type of samples that I like. I like that pimp shit, you know. That's
hoodie music, man. Hoodie music.
That's
Shout
what
out
I
to
like.
Hoodie music. And
Right.
he's in Australia, and he told me he was gonna be sleeping. He's in the same area that Ill Eyez is in. And I mean, not the same, but he's in Australia, like Ill Eyez is. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, pretty much the same. He's probably about half an hour away from me.
nice.
If that.
Wow.
yep. So let's go to number 1.
Number 1, Ill Eyez Crew.
Oh,
Ill
thank you.
Eyez.
It was
Ill Eyez.
you know what's crazy? What's crazy
Eyez.
about that? It was the first beat I even listened to. I was sitting in my car waiting on a pizza, and I just happened to see it pop up on Facebook. I clicked it. It was the one.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
And Ill Eyez, man. I mean, I know you haven't been on an after show like this, so let the people know, where's Ill Eyez from?
So originally I'm from New Zealand, and but I've moved over to Australia. Been here about 10 years, 11 years now. But first of all, I'd like to thank like Chris and Rocco, like giving up your guys' time every week and that, like
Yeah.
175 weeks. It's crazy, bro.
you
Appreciate
always
it.
give thanks.
But
You always send
to
praise.
give us like a dope platform to like see what the rest of the world has to offer, right? It's just amazing. Like especially with the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we do it.
Our rubbish
We
trucks.
do it
bro.
all as we do it all as one. You know what I'm saying? And you just walked away. Like, I gotta ask you a couple questions. You realize, what do
Rubbish.
you use to
It's
make
rubbish
beats?
thing.
What do you use
Pardon?
to make beats?
I used to use Machine, the MK3 quite a lot, but I switched to Ableton, and I've got like the Ableton Push too, and
Got
it's
that
cool
live,
because
like
Ableton can integrate the machine, so you can just easily like drag all your stems or your waves or MIDI straight into Ableton. So it's like the best of both worlds. Like I like drumming on the machine better than like the push, because the buttons are smaller on the push too.
Yeah.
Where MK3 is, the buttons are perfect for me anyway.
And how long you been making beats for?
Probably about 5-6 years, but like,
Are you serious?
yeah, like I was doing stuff on Fruity Loops.
Nah, not believing that.
I was doing stuff on Fruity Loops. And then, but
Stop
when
trying
you
to
come
make
into
it 10
the sample challenge, you think you're good, but then you hear everyone else, and you're like, man, you have to up your game heaps and like study a lot of different things or plugins or like just to get on the same level. Like I never knew anything about mixing or anything like that, but being in the producer corner, like we've got like a chat group where a lot of us will help each other out if we got questions or things like that, or they'll give you like knowledge on what good plugins or stuff like that to use.
Right.
So that's helped me a lot.
Brother, you got the Ill Obama sample for your tag.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, the
That's more than
Ill
5
Eyez
years.
crew was like my brothers-in-law, and we used to come over to my house and muck around with Fruity Loops, and we used to get drunk and start rapping and freestyling, and then they slowly, like, everyone had kids and moved away, so I just kept the Ill Eyez name.
Okay.
And so Ill Eyez is really allies, because the group always got bigger. You have more allies. And then
Oh,
just changed it with Ill Eyez, like drunk, stoned, whatever. And that, but really it's allies. And that's why the Obama sample at the start is in there. The brother-in-law found that one.
That's some dope
Nice, man.
trivia history.
All right,
Yeah.
speaking of that, we got Rocco. Rocco, who was your pick?
Yo, I'm just gonna say thanks for let's doing the after show right after the show. So I still got a good memory of all the beats that I listened, but I chose brother Jay Sims. You know what I'm saying? That's my
Yeah, that was a
honorable
dope one.
mention. And
Thank you, bro.
yeah, a lot of dope beats. I'm not going to take away from your moment. Your shit was hot. I gave you the highest rating today. Behind you was Pariah Rebel, but you just came with it, and you got this. And I don't want to say you got a signature sound yet, but you got this sound where I think I know what you're going to do, but I don't know how you do it in that week time span.
It's that New York shit.
I don't know how you do it in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds
that
perfect.
The New York brethren. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Man,
I
See, I
thank
got
you,
the
bro.
hat too.
and I was like, nobody picked Jay Sims. I was like, all right.
Just wasn't
That's
enough
what it
slots.
was.
Man,
And
listen,
I
I
got
appreciate
a
that.
list of 20.
Bro, listen, just to be in it, man, and just to be here, man, to be noticed, man, it's much more. It means a lot to me, man, for real, man. I've been doing this, for so long, you know what I mean? But like I said, bro, just to be noticed, man, and just to be in the room with you guys, man, and with others, and shout out to everybody who participated, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It really means a lot, man. I'm trying to continue to build and continue to grow and cross lines that I've never crossed before. You know what I'm saying? But we're just trying to do this, man, and keep growing and get some of those placements, hopefully, man, soon.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And get out, get out in the world, man, and do the thing, man, for real, Yeah.
And I'm gonna go for my pick, and my brother's in here. My brother from Connecticut, my brother Mr. Michael Meehan. That shit was dope, brother. That shit was
Super
really
dope.
dope.
Yeah,
For real,
definitely.
man.
Listen.
Thanks, man.
You
Appreciate
caught
that.
me, you know what I'm saying? And
Oh man.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
and Mike, I mean, now you in you're from Connecticut. I just already said it. And the Mike's actually also a DJ too. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, you know what I mean? He do scratches and all that stuff too. But Mike, how long you been making beats for?
I bought a 2000 XL back in like the early, I don't know, probably like early 90s, something like that. But I only kind of screwed around with it every once in a while. I still have it, but started making beats probably about like 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
So
You're saying it's official, and you know what I mean? And what do you use now to make beats?
I use the Renaissance for mostly everything, but I've been recording all of the drums into the 2000 XL to give them like that nice crunch. And I just been kind of doing all the programming sequencing in the Renaissance.
Yeah, the way you beat. I mean,
Yeah, you're killing it with those drums, bro.
Thanks,
Those drums
man.
are sick.
Thank you.
Malphador, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. And see, you were gone for a minute. You came, but you be just hopping in and out. Like I see you come in and you're gone. Like you might not be busy, or it's not your choice for the week or something. Like
it takes me a while to come up with something with quality. I mean, you guys, a lot of these guys can just whip up a dope beat.
Yeah, I know, bro.
In a week, I can't do that. So, I take my time to try to work on it, and then I improve my workflow, and then I can come back and try to, make things a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. So, yeah.
And if I may, could I go backtrack to Jay Sims? Because I don't ask the same questions as Stress. You want to let us know what you use and what your workflow is like?
Wow. Okay, so I usually start out. I also own an MPC Renaissance. I usually start out with that, and then I'll take it over to Logic and maybe do some mixing and some chops there a little bit. I do have some other outboard equipment that I use as well, but mainly I'm in my MPC messing around, man. I just feel like I've gotten pretty comfortable with using it, and that's pretty much it, man. I do my own mixing and low mastering, and that's it, man. And I send it to you guys.
And
Yeah,
for how
your
long you
mixes are
been
clean.
How long I've been doing this?
yeah.
Okay, all right. So I started I started in the '80s, man. So maybe
You
I
can tell,
started,
man. You got that
yeah,
that
yeah. You know,
dope.
this these grades could tell you some stories. You feel me? Let me put it like
We in the
this.
same we in the same year, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
I got you. I think I got you. I will be 53 in March.
oh you
Okay,
do got
so
me.
Wow.
Okay.
but I got you. I got you, stress. But
All
yeah,
right.
but what it is,
I feel like
but
okay, I'm
what
not the oldest and shit.
you're not the oldest, baby. So what it is, man, I've been doing it since I'm a kid, man. So we're talking about 35 plus years. You know what I mean? So
That's
I've been
crazy.
actively making music pretty much all my life before samplers and before all that stuff, man. I've always been around it. I got my whole family. You know what I mean? I come from a family of musicians and singers and all kind of people, man, that's very much involved. So
You
it's
probably
a
got
blood thing for
history.
me.
You
Yeah, I
probably
got a
got
lot of
some
history.
name on
So
records out there you ain't telling us about, huh? You got some
I got some stuff, bro. I got some stuff.
and you
Like I
said
said,
you're in Long Island?
I'm in Long Island. Long Island,
So
yeah.
you ain't got you might got some De La Soul or something that we don't know about, like you know, see?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did
It's
something by somebody else that took your shit and came up off
man,
of your joint.
I got stories for days, bro. With it's but like
You
I said,
grew
man,
up
I've
with
been
all
doing
them?
it. Huh?
You grew up around all them and all that stuff?
I grew up well, Daylight and let's say Daylight and they on like kind of I would say maybe like 40, maybe 30 minutes from me. I'm on the eastern part of Long Island. So I'm out here with like EPMD,
Oh,
Brentwood and all
Biz
that. Yeah.
Biz, JVC4, Strong Island,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
groups like
Strong
that,
Island.
K Solo, all those type of groups. We all went to school together. K Solo, myself, EPMD is in the next town for me, but we all went to school together. Rock Kim, you know what I'm saying? So
damn.
we all from this area, man. So you know what it is, man.
Dope.
I
That's
ain't
dope.
gotta go on. But
Oh man.
Salute to that
it's
shit.
been a lot of
For real.
history. It's been a blast, man.
Oh man.
Let me just say this, man. What you two are doing, man, is huge,
Mm,
bro.
mm.
And just yo, listen. I'm not gonna try to get all scriptural and everything, but
I'm already
what it
know,
is, man. For me, man, what it is for me, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Just to be involved with you two, man. You guys are taking me and all of us to this next level, man, and challenging us
Sure.
every week. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It's definitely, made something out of me. It's bringing out stuff out of me that I didn't know was there. You feel me? So, like I said, man, it's really been dope, man. And salute to you both, man. It's a special moment, and thank you for all that you do, for real,
Yeah,
salute to all you
definitely.
guys.
from the
We
bottom.
couldn't do it without you guys. For real.
I hope to see you guys all in next week. Sample. I know
Yeah,
y'all got next week's sample challenge already. I gave it probably I gotta give it to
Hey.
Mike sent you it, right? I sent you it
yeah,
too, Mike, right? As soon as you guys post and I see, that's when I inbox you the next week one. So it gives you a time to start. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I love hearing stories like that. So
hell
yo,
yeah.
just keep banging out, keep winning, and
yeah,
elaborating on your life and your stories and all of that, and just you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
definitely.
And we
yeah,
all catch on. You know what I'm saying? We don't need. I don't want to hear it one time because I forget. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
y'all just keep making repeat visits and just keep, you know what I mean, reminding us how dope y'all are. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, because we all, like
That's
you
dope,
said,
man.
love is love, man. Love is love,
Yes,
definitely
sir.
with this whole crew. You know what I mean? We just
Yeah,
get bigger. You know what I mean? Some people might leave for a few, and
Mm.
but they'll
yeah,
come back. You know what I'm saying? Like boom, like oh,
yeah,
okay, like boom, and
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because life takes people in different turns and different places sometimes. You know what I mean? I was like, why is there not that many beats this week? And they're like, stress, relax. They just all
Yeah.
couldn't do it this
Stress,
week and shit.
relax.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
How many times you listen to stress to relax?
I'm like, why they
So-
can't do that? I mean, the show is easier and faster. You know what I mean? But I'm like,
Yeah, it was like I don't want to sit through 80 beats, bro. Like,
so
we
self
72 weeks.
stress
You
to
know what I mean?
relax.
let's get up out of
That's
here.
funny.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
No, but I
let's go.
realized we have a good, strong, at least strong 500 producer corner producers that
Wow.
collectively get in weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like,
Yeah.
I know there's more than that, but I mean, like 500. Like, I'll be thinking, like, I would go back and I'll see a sample challenge like 79 or something. Like, yo, what happened to that person? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, where they been? Like, I'll hit them up. Yo, how are you? How you been? What's going on? And nobody gets,
Wow.
and I have something about their life, or there's been producers that got situations where they have no more equipment anymore because of some situations. You know what I
Wow.
mean? They were able to, or something
Oof.
broke, or family things. You know what I mean? And or they wasn't
Yeah.
feeling this week's song, and they tell me I tried to
Yeah.
do something with it, but I couldn't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know you guys know you guys just don't want to just put anything in there just so you can get in there that week and shit.
No,
You know what I'm
I tell people all the time, like, you may listen to the selection and then it's like, yeah, it sounds great, but when it's time to chop it up and do what you
Yeah.
gotta do with it, it becomes the challenge. It's
Yo,
like,
that's
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
shit ain't as dope as I thought it was. Like, I can't do nothing with it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially when you hear people's beats, you're like, damn, they got that out of that. Like, how did they get
Yeah,
that?
and then you hear
I was like,
private
I didn't
took
think
me
of
like,
that.
damn, man, they took the same shit I did.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's another hard problem is that you try to stay away from the obvious sample because you're like,
Yeah.
a lot of people
Yeah.
will use that.
I think a couple of weeks ago, man, Rocco, he came on and said, yeah, I know what sample y'all picked this week. And it's sure enough, man, I picked that sample, and a bunch of us, I was like, oh, okay. I
I
said, that
almost
shit,
used
I
it.
gotta
You
I
know
gotta
what?
dig a little harder.
But when I heard that as well. And I was like, I know
Okay.
what's about to go down.
I almost used the
Rock
breaks
one,
from this week too. A bunch of people use the break. I almost used one of those breaks.
I use the
Yeah.
Oh man,
drums.
those breaks are good though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When I used that
Yeah.
dun, I was like, I don't want to use it, but I couldn't resist it. Get it.
You know,
I know,
noticed
man.
I noticed that when I put my beat in there and when I went to play it, I noticed I had to turn my beat up, and I thought it was mixed. You know, I'm like, damn, I'm fucking behind. I gotta turn the volume up on mine too. I thought I had it. I was using the mastering shit in the
Okay.
DAW and everything. And I'm like, yo, it's still low. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so now I'm like learning. I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta get back on my feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so
But that's a good thing being in the sample challenges is that it helps you like try to get better at mixing or trying to do
Right.
different things. So
Right.
if people shouldn't just focus on just like trying to make the top all the time, because when it comes down to it, it's just people's preference sometimes why they might pick the winner or the ones they like. Like everyone might be on the same level, but that little bit might go towards the preference of that person. That might be the defining pick or whatever. But there's other people that listen and appreciate what they do, even though they don't make the top. People still appreciate what those people have done
of course,
anyway.
I
So
appreciate
it's good
everybody.
to listen to the music to see people's different styles and their approaches and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
like you see like a Restless M.I.N or Sound
Yeah,
Like That.
definitely.
They're like in
Yeah.
every single week. You know what I'm saying? Like boom, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, these guys like, and I know a lot of syXon being a lot too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know Ill Eyez took his break for a minute. I know Mike being, you know what I mean, and Jeff been in since like he got been coming in and shit.
I know. You
Yeah,
probably missed
definitely.
1 week, Jeff.
For me,
And Luv
I
Jonez
missed
too, you're gonna be noticing like
yeah, I might have missed a week or two. That's about it. But I've always, again, it was either like I had the beat and I just didn't like it, or I just, and I know one time it was just I didn't have the time to really get gritty with it, man. It wasn't respectful leaving the studio. So I was like, let me fall back. But I've always watched, man, for a few years. I told you in the beginning, I've been watching on the other side of the street, watching y'all do the thing, man. And then finally, I had bought the shirt and everything before, You know, I
Yeah,
jumped in.
I remember.
That's
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So I jumped in, man, and I'm here to stay, man. You know, that's what's up.
Yo, syXon, man. I appreciate you too, brother, man. You know
Oh,
what I mean? You've
shit.
been with us and you stick with us and said you've been at times when I might have pissed people off and you still stuck with us and shit. You know what I'm saying? For like a long time. And,
Yo, this is a
But
beautiful
I'm growing with
after
this.
show.
I'm growing with these sample challenges. I'm really, you know, get so much inspiration from all of you, and it's like many of you like give real support. Like Ill Eyez is, I think, the biggest supporter in this group, and
yeah,
he
Ill Eyez
always
is a
like
big
support
supporter.
everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys as well. You're doing a really good job.
All right.
Even
Yeah.
with, you know, some critique sometimes, you know,
All right,
just
Tony, I got you.
Yeah.
but still is banging this.
Hell yeah. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you guys get to where you gotta get to, and I appreciate y'all getting in the after show. And you know y'all might be in another one in the future. So if y'all can stick around and be all watching, stick around to the after show. I know with the times is difficult and family's going on. Sunday's not an easy day because it's a family. I know that Ill Eyez is Monday, and right now it's on Sunday night, which you probably gotta go back to work tomorrow morning, right? So,
Sunday morning.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ill Eyez, I know you got your work cut out for you.
Man, that the
Yo,
being
don't
the
be hitting up
winner
Doc
is
Swift.
probably
We're like,
like
yo,
being
pick
the
the hell to
loser. It's
get
like
this
a
time.
punishment. It's like, man, this is hard work, like judging and
I think a producer
like,
gets happy when their
yeah,
second place
yeah,
gets
they get angry or whatever. It's like,
That's a fact, bro. That's a
I'll
fact.
be reading.
Oh, okay.
You said
Oh
this is
man.
your fourth time?
Yeah, fourth.
Oh, shit. All right. But yeah, thank you, brothers, man. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna talk to you guys. Hopefully, see some of you
Yes,
guys next
sir.
week. I'm definitely gonna see Ill Eyez next week on the show next week because he's gonna be the judge and shit. So
You have to
Yeah.
do it on us. You have to do it on my Sunday though. I'll be working on Monday, so
we'll
gotta try
probably
to do it.
We'll
Still
probably do
by
it
Saturday.
Sunday morning, my time.
No, Saturday. You'll have to do it Saturday your time because then that'll be my Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, so Saturday, like at this time, like
Yeah,
after
so
the show.
Saturday
Yeah,
right after
yeah.
the show.
All right, cool. All right,
Yeah.
we'll do that. All right, brothers, man. Y'all have a blessed
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
Thank you,
peace.
man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
Appreciate y'all.
I'll post
All
it,
right,
you
brothers.
know what I mean?
Peace, man.
Peace, peace.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You too, man.